Good morning, everybody. My name is Stephen Graham, and today I'm going to go over all of the projects I've had throughout this year. So to start it off, I'm going over Klimt cigars. This was in Adobe Illustrator. This was how I learned how to implement a custom color palette to add texture. This is based off Gustav Klimt's. He's an artist from Austria. One of his big things was using gold in his design. So I made a mock cigar company and took some of his design features and implemented that into this piece of art. The next thing that I have is the Pixel Blackberry. I made this in Adobe Illustrator. This was something I learned how to implement smart guides and how to use rulers and transform objects into pixel art. The next thing that I have is the logo that I made based off my name. This was it within Adobe Illustrator. This is learn how to define and implement my own font style. That's where the SG um, initials in my name was based off of, and then also the stroke um, feature within Adobe Illustrator, how I was able to adjust basically the whole logo, the green, and then the outside border, the inner border was used to adjust with stroke. The business card is basically the same within Adobe Illustrator. I just threw that logo into that and then added my own font that I found online for that piece of art. And then kind of keeping the same theme, this was the implementing a header into a cover letter. This was something that was pretty straightforward in Adobe Illustrator. I already had my cover letter built in, so I threw in the same font that I already had. It was using before, and then also just threw in the logo that I previously made. And then the last thing that I had, probably my favorite project that I made, favorite thing that I actually made was the Old Man War poster. This is actually based off a book. This is kind of my own interpretation of that, what the art design or artwork would be based on that book, like how it made me feel. And this is also through Adobe Illustrator. This is kind of how I learned to overlay and blend objects to create a certain visual effect. You can kind of see which it'd be a planet in the background with the red and then the lighter shade blending into the rest of the surface of the moon. And then also the green and black of that astronaut, where the black is kind of covering the green um, color of that guy to give him a little bit of shadow onto him. And yeah, that was it. Thank you so much.